Hello and welcome to Quick Charge. I'm Mikey G, and it's Thursday, October 20th. Tesla has released its financial results and shareholder letter for the third quarter of 2022. The Wall Street consensus going in was $22 billion in revenue and earnings of $1 per share, and the consensus was close. The automaker reported revenues of $21.5 billion and earnings per share of $1.05. The automaker had an operating free cash flow of $3.3 billion last quarter and increased its cash balance to a record $21 billion. One of the most important metrics going in is Tesla's automotive gross margin, which actually stayed at 27.9% this quarter. It's actually pretty good considering an industry-wide report. Tesla stock is actually down after the news, likely from the miss on the revenue expectations. During the conference call afterwards, Musk said that he believes that Tesla would soon be worth more than Apple and that the company is putting its money behind this position with the share buyback program. This program consists of the company buying its own shares at the market price, which is generally a sign that the company believes that the stock is undervalued. As for chasing Apple stock, Musk said that he believes that Tesla will one day get to what Apple is today, including the value of Saudi Aramco, which is the world's largest daily oil producer. So to be clear, he believes that Tesla will someday be valued more than both these companies combined at the moment right now. So today, Tesla is currently around $700 billion in market capitalization, whereas Apple today sits at around $2.3 trillion and Saudi Aramco around $2 trillion itself. The CEO also emphasized that even in a bad recession, Tesla could still generate meaningful cash next year. Also from the earnings report, Tesla announced that its energy division delivered a record number of batteries in the third quarter. Tesla Energy reported, quote, energy storage deployments increased 62% year over year in the third quarter to 2.1 gigawatt hours, by far the highest level we have ever achieved. This level of growth was accomplished despite semiconductor challenges. Now this actually aligns with our previous report that Tesla has increased its Powerwall production to 6,500 units per week. Tesla had previously been producing Megapacks exclusively at Gigafactory Nevada, but production is now ramping up at the Megafactory in California. The production capacity is fairly recent, and therefore deployment won't be felt fully until the fourth quarter and into 2023. Tesla's solar deployment was up year over year. However, the solar deployment went down a bit compared to the previous quarter this year. During the conference call, Elon Musk announced that Tesla is tentatively aiming for 50,000 semi-electric trucks to be produced as soon as 2024. Previously, the ramp-up to production has been stalled on account of battery supply. Musk has said that a passenger vehicle would sell for much more compared to the batteries required to put into a semi-truck. But perhaps Tesla has a solution. Musk confirmed that the Tesla Semi won't use the 4680 battery cell. He didn't confirm which cells it would use, but it's presumably the same 2170 cell that's found in most other Tesla vehicles. This could mean that the new 4680 cell has had a spike in production coming, and that would free up the older cell format to be installed in the semi-truck. Elon Musk announced that Tesla's engineering team had turned its focus on a next-generation electric car platform that will be half the price of the Model 3 or Y. Musk said, quote, it's the primary focus of our new vehicle development team, obviously. At this point, we are done with the engineering for Cybertruck and for Semi, so it's obvious that we're working on the next-generation vehicle, which will probably be around half the cost of the 3 and Y platform. It will be smaller, to be clear. Now at Electrek, we are very pleased to hear this news. Previously, Musk said that Tesla would build a vehicle of this variety. However, the engineering teams were moved away from that project to prioritize the Optimus robot. Musk's mentioned that the Roadster and Semi being engineering done may signify that the staff that were moved to the robot are actually still there. As far as a timeline for this new platform and vehicle, there isn't a whole lot to hang our hat on. On September 2nd, 2021, Musk believed that the cheaper Tesla could see production in 2023. And just for kicks, we can copy-paste this timeline to the very different circumstances that exist today and assume that in 2023 meant December 31st. So, using that previous estimate for today, we would theoretically see production to start around Sunday, February 16th of 2025. In a new interview, the Stellantis European head, Uwe Hotchkiss, claimed, quote, the people have decided we will be purely electric. Now, while this is a welcome sentiment around here at Electrek, this is actually counter to the comments that were made last year by the Stellantis CEO. Carlos Tavares, the CEO of Stellantis, said that electric vehicles were being imposed on the auto industry, while claiming that there is no way the automaker can avoid passing on the additional cost to the buyers. More recently, Tavares argued hybrids should play a more significant role in the transition, and back in January he also said that Electrek is being chosen by politicians instead of by the industry. But at any rate, the company has announced plans for electrification, aiming for 100% electric vehicle sales in Europe and 50% in the US by the end of this decade. NanoGraf Technologies, based out of Chicago, claims that it has enabled the highest energy density cylindrical 18650 lithium-ion cell in the world. This new milestone is 810 watt-hours per liter, or a 4 amp-hour capacity for one cell. To give you a sense of scale, most batteries of this size sold to the public are around 2.2 amp-hours or 3.2. With these new improvements, this could be well over 10% energy density increase, and NanoGraf says that its, quote, silicone anode and 18650 cell represent a step forward in establishing a domestic battery supply chain, a key directive to the Biden administration to build U.S. jobs, alleviate supply chain bottlenecks, and support a nationwide movement towards automobile electrification. Okay, it is opinion time. I'm curious to see how long it takes Tesla to become more valued than Apple and the Saudi oil company together. It was 5 years ago that Musk wanted Tesla to be valued at what Apple was at the time, and that has occurred recently. It's been a really wild 5 years, and I'm sure you recall most of it. I can only guess what the next 5 years will bring, especially in a geopolitical sense. In today's community comment found on YouTube, Frank Coffey says, Tesla could just take a page from Apple and offer a new color. Instant sales bump. Yeah, Frank, I remember when the Model S came in brown, and I really liked that color. But for some reason, people didn't agree with me, as it turns out that on the used market, the brown color went for the lowest price. Car colors are actually quite amusing to me, the creativity to which they apply to naming them. I've heard of iridescent silver blue purple as one color, Caspian sand, or Arctic aurora. Right now, Tesla isn't too bad with solid black or the red and white multicoat, but they get a little flowery with the midnight silver metallic. We'll have to wait and see what the future holds when they finally get that new paint shop opened, the one that they're currently building in Berlin. Thanks for watching Quick Charge by Electrek. I'm Mikey G, and I hope you have a great day.